Hey, 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 hey. How are you guys doing? Oh my goodness. I am super excited about today's live. So, you guys come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. As you guys come on into the room, say hi, hello, hey, all that awesome stuff so that I can see who is on the live. And those of you that may be new to me, welcome, welcome, welcome to my space. My name is Beverly Walthour. I am a business strategist specifically for Christian female coaches that want to create more income and more impact without compromising their Christian values. I'm also a TV and radio show host, so we film and record the TV and radio show here in Atlanta, GA. Hey, there you guys go. I was wondering where you were. There they go. Okay, y'all are coming on into the room. Come on in the room. Y'all come on in. Make sure you have paper and pencil with you. Because I always tell you guys, like when you see me do a how-to video, like when you see that in the title, like that's where you know, bring your paper and pencil because Belle gonna drop a couple of little tips for you. Then I'm gonna go on about my business and get my weekend started. That's how I see this. That's how I'm rolling with this, that type of thing. And so, you guys, like I said, I want to go ahead and dive on into the conversation. And I always share with you guys, when I do lives like this, it's birthed out of conversations that I'm having with people. And so, once again, a lot of this is because, we moved into a new year. A lot of you guys, are saying that you have a particular revenue goal that you may be trying to hit in your coaching business. And so, I just want to ensure that you have the proper strategies and resources and all those things to be able to allow for you to do that as a coach, specifically a Christian female coach. I see you guys. Hey, 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 Rakita, Cassandra. Hey, 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 hey. And so, you guys, like I said, I gave all the church announcements so that way you had time to go ahead and get your paper and pencil. And so we're going to go ahead and dive on in. And so with this particular title, we're talking about your lead generation strategy. And so a lot of times when I initially talk to my clients when they're new to me and we talk about lead generation, a lot of you guys don't have a strategy. And so, as a business strategist, my thing is I want to ensure that you guys, when you're doing things in your business, you're not just doing it because someone said that you need to do it, but that you actually understand why you're doing a thing. And so that's what I mean when I say a strategy. So a strategy, once again, is something that will hold up no matter what's going on in the world. It's not a trick. It's not a hack type of thing. It is something that's going to withstand no matter what's going on in the world. It doesn't matter. And so, like I said, when you have that strategy and you understand the strategy, then it's something that you can implement over and over and over again. It helps you to have consistency in your business, that type of thing. And so when I say what's your lead generation strategy, it's a couple of things that you should be able to tell me with that. One, you should be able to tell me the source of where you can go to pull hot and warm leads for your business. That's one thing. Two, when I talk about your lead generation strategy, so remember I told you guys, make sure you have paper and pencil. Now, I'm not playing today. Once again, in 2022, we're not going to walk out of this at the end of the year come December 31st, 2022, and you guys not meeting or exceeding your revenue goal. That part. We're not going to do that. We're not doing that in 2022. We're not doing it. Hey, Amita, we're not walking out of 2022. We're not having it, boom, here we are, December 31st, and you guys are talking about you not hitting your goals. It's not on my watch, unless that's what you choose. Like if you don't want to hit it, cool, you can go ahead and actually hop off this live right now. But if you do and you're serious about serving the people that God has called you to serve in this season, then I want you guys to lean in. So like I said, when I talk about your lead generation source, and another thing I want to say, most of my clients, when they come to me, we look at organic lead gen. We look at an organic lead gen to start off with. You can literally hit six figures and multi-six figures in your coaching business with organic lead generation. And for a lot of you, I encourage you to start off with organic first. We're going to talk about a couple of other pieces until you get some of these other pieces solidified in your business and you have a consistency in your revenue. And when I say consistency, at least a consistent $10,000. That's on the low end, but we'll say at least consistent $10,000 in your business. And then let's look at some paid things that will help to accelerate what it is that you're doing. But trust and believe. My clients, when you see the testimonials and they're doing $10, $20, $30,000 sometimes in a week, that's all organic. They're not doing any paid things yet. It is all organic. So you can literally do $10, $20, $30,000 in a week and do it organically. And like I said, I encourage your lead generation to be that until you get that consistency. And like I said, we're going to touch on a couple of things first. And then once you have these other things that I'm going to talk about, then when you put paid ads on top of that, wow, it's going to be next level stuff, that type of thing. And so for now, me and my business, the space and place that I'm in, and I've always been very transparent with you guys. Right now, Facebook and I, for the past year and some change, we've been fighting with me doing ads. And so, everything that you see me doing has we'll say 95% of it has been organic, because me and Facebook keep going back and forth. But I'm going to try it again. There's another strategy that I was introduced to, and it makes so much sense. So I always test stuff out first before I share it with my clients. But once again, I'm in a different spot in my business with the level of revenue. And once again, it makes sense to do it now because of the other things that I'm going to show you guys. I have those things on lock. And so now run paid ads to this thing, it makes more sense. And so those clients that are in my my mastermind, I'm going to show them this strategy. I'm going to test it out first. I already know it works because I know it works, but I want to test it out for myself. Like I said, I want to make sure and ensure and be able to give them specific strategies. Hey, do this, try this right here, that type of thing first. So when they come to me, they're going to have the things that are going to work, period. That type of thing. Okay. So like I said, with your lead generation strategy, you should be able to tell me the source. Where are most of your leads coming from? And once again, those warm and hot leads. You should also be able to tell me how many sales calls you need to be able to book a week. And out of those number of sales calls, you should be able to tell me your conversion rate. So your conversion rates are the number of calls that you do in a week versus the people that you actually sign. So say, for instance, you get, 5 sales calls in a week and you close 3. Or once again, for every 5 calls that you have, you close 3. Or for every 3 calls that you have, you close 1. That is your conversion rate. So you have a 25% conversion rate, 30% conversion rate, 80% conversion rate. So you should know your conversion rate. You should know how many sales calls you need to book in a week. Because once again, if you get 3 people on the call, you're going to be able to close 1. Or if you get 3 people on the call, you're going to be able to close 2. Or if I get 5 people on the call, I'm going to be able to close 2. Like, you should know that. And most people, when they come to me, they don't know that. And so one of the things that we look at in my accelerator program, once again, they have to track their sales calls. They have to track the number of people that they actually close, because once again, they have to know their conversion rates. So once again, when you know your conversion rates like that, then once again, doing the paid stuff makes more sense. But some of you guys are trying to do it backwards. Some of you guys are trying to run ads to stuff. And I'm like, that's not how this works. You're not even clear on some of the things that we're going to talk about in a second. You're not even clear on those things. So to run ads to that stuff is a waste of money. Do it organically first. Once you have that down pat, then start running those paid ads and stuff like that. But like I said, everything that I'm talking about today, we're going to focus on the organic side, because most of you guys are still on that organic side. And once again, you can do multi-6 figures in your business doing it organically, period. I'm just saying. Okay. So once again, when I ask you what's your lead generation strategy, like I said, you should be able to tell me the source where most of your warm and hot leads come from. You should be able to tell me the number of sales calls that you need to book in a week and the number of people that you can convert from those calls. That's what I mean when I say your lead generation strategy. Those are 3 key pieces to your lead generation strategy. So for those of you that are watching me, whether or not you're watching me live or if you're watching me on the replay, type in the chat. Let me know yes or no. Do you have a solid lead generation strategy? You know where most of your clients come from. So your hot and warm leads. You know how many sales calls you need to book in a week, and of those, you know how many people you need to actually, or you know how many people that you'll be able to close from those calls. So let me know in the chat, either type yes or no. Do you have a solid lead generation strategy? Let me know in the chat, yes or no. Do you have a solid lead generation strategy? The same thing, those of you that are watching me on the replay, let me know in the chat. Do you have that solid lead generation strategy? Because for a lot of you guys, that's what you need to focus on. So when I say, so sometimes you'll see me make a post, and I'll do it maybe like once a quarter. I'll say something along the lines of, if you're not doing consistent $10,000 months, you don't have a marketing issue, you have a sales issue. That's because you don't have a solid lead gen strategy. That's why I say that. That's why I say that. Thank you so much, Donna, for being transparent. Thank you for being transparent with that and letting us know. So you guys, like I said, most of you guys, that's what you need to focus on. You don't need to focus on having this old fancy website. And when I say fancy, I'm going to break it down what I mean in a second. Having this complicated sales funnel where you got people opting in, and then you got the 15 emails that go out, and then you got the upsell. If they do this, I'm going to promote this. And those that don't do that, you're wasting time on that. Instead, you need to have a clear lead generation strategy. That thing that you can rely on, that thing. So because when you have that, it keeps you from having these up and down months. It keeps you, what we say, feast and famine, that type of thing. It's like you'll at least know bare minimum how much you're going to generate every month. So that's why having that clear and solid lead generation strategy is so important. So like I said, it takes away that feast and famine. And so, like I said, those people that are in my accelerator, once again, that is one thing. We start to look at those components and those pieces of their lead gen. And so I say this all the time. You guys see the testimonials from my accelerator all the time, because like I said, that's one thing that we look at. That's why those ladies in my accelerator are able to have that consistency, the $10,000 weeks, the $20,000 weeks, the $30,000 weeks. We focus on the things that make sense right now. And then, like I said, then in my mastermind, we accelerate that thing. So that's why my mastermind is called 100K Mastermind, because that's their goal, to hit either 6 figures or multi 6 figures in a 12-month period. And so once again, that lead generation, it starts with that. So thank you, Carissa. She said she's getting more solid with hers. Rakita said not really. So once again, you guys, I would challenge you guys, once again, look at your lead generation strategy first. Okay. And so with that, with your lead generation strategy. So once again, I got you guys thinking, okay, lead generation strategy. Now in the background, this is what I need you guys to also work on as well. And then we're going to talk about some background stuff. And then we're going to talk about some sources for lead generation. Okay. Because I can't have lead generation. It makes zero sense for me to get out here in front of my ideal clients if, one, I don't have a transformational offer. It's not going to make any sense for me to try to get in front of my ideal clients if I don't have a transformational offer. This is the thing that your ideal client is looking for to get the maximum results. What's that big thing? What is that big goal that when they hit it, that thing that usually they have a New Year's resolution around, when they hit this big goal, it's going to have a major impact, a transformational impact on your client. So whether or not that transformation will be a life transformation, relationship, career, health, wealth, whatever it is, what's that transformational offer? I'm not talking about your $27 ebook. That's not transformational. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about your $297 thing. That's not, I'm talking about the thing that's going to transform the life, the health, the business, the career, the relationship for your ideal client. That's what I'm talking about. What is your transformational offer? It makes zero sense to get in front of all of these ideal clients if you don't have a transformational offer, period. Hey, Wanda. So you want to ask yourself, what is your transformational offer? What is your transformational offer? So before we get into your lead generation, in the background, this is what you're working on. What is my lead? What is my transformational offer? The next question you want to ask yourself when it comes to your transformational offer: do I have it priced correctly? Do I have it priced correctly? If it is a transformational offer, like I said, it's not your $27 ebook. It's not your $297 course. That's not the transformational offer that we're referring to. Your transformational offer, is it priced correctly? Because if it's not, you're going to repel your ideal client. And then you're going to end up attracting people that will either say, one, I can't afford it. So then now you're begging and pleading and willing and dealing with them, trying to get them in. Or two, you may get people in, but they're not your ideal. They got in because it was $297, but then they get in, they don't do the work. And then now you're trying to drag and beg and plead with them to do the work. You're mad, annoyed, and frustrated because they're not doing the work. But the thing is, they weren't ideal to begin with. And part of that, you attracted them because your price was not on point, wasn't priced correctly. I say this all the time, and I show you guys testimonials and stuff like this all the time. Literally, what I may have a client that had an offer for $997 or $1997. We walk through my process when it comes to pricing their offer to where they may take that same $2,000 offer. We answer a couple of questions about their offer, and now it's now $4,997, or now it's $7,500. What happened? They're not adding a bunch of stuff to it. It's all about how you look at that offer. It's all about the transformation. I get them to be able to see the transformation that they are helping their ideal clients to achieve. Once you are able to see that, it makes a huge difference. Now, let me dispel a couple of myths when it comes to pricing. Let me dispel a couple of myths when it comes to pricing. And let me say this. This year is year 15 with me being an entrepreneur. Year 15. This year is year 6 with me being a business strategist in particular. So I'm not new to this. And I will say this, and I will challenge any coach that says anything different, because I see a lot of things in this online space. I'm like, that's not how you tell people to price a service. Many of you guys, the coaches that you're listening to, they're having you price out of fear. And I'm like, wait a minute, these are kingdom entrepreneurs, and you got people pricing out of fear because, one, you're running around here telling people, well, since you're new, you can't charge more than $97. Since you're new, you can't charge more than $500. Well, since this is only 6 weeks, the devil is a liar, period. If you have a coach that's telling you because you're new, you can only charge this, I'm just saying, you need to ask some questions, because we don't price out of fear. We don't price out of lack. That is not how you price it just because you're new. And I'm putting that in quotation marks, because most of you guys have been coaching unofficially. You just haven't been paid for it. Or if you have a coach that said, well, hey, since this is a 6-week program, it should only be $497 because it's a group program. That's not how you price coaching packages, period. Pay attention to the pricing of the coaches that you're working with. Pay attention to how their services are priced. If all of their things are $47 and $97, you need to run in the other direction. You need to run in the other direction. Because let me tell you what happens with that. You're constantly launching. Because think about it. If the thing is $97, most of you guys, if you're not already full-time in your business, your goal is to go full-time in your business. When the scripture says calculate the cost, those of you that are desiring to move full-time in your business, one, let's sit down and think about it. How many people would you need to get into that program for $97 or $297 or $500 or whatever it is? How many people would you need to be able to get into that program for you to be able to sustain your household? How many times would you have to be launching in order for you to be able to maintain your household? You see what I'm saying? So once again, I challenge you to look at the pricing of the coach that you have. Look at the pricing of their services. Another thing I want you to pay attention to as well. Some of you guys, and hear my heart when I say this, you're following someone that has tens of thousands of followers. You have 100. So if they do launch something for $97, there is a difference between their $97 offer if they are selling 500 of those things and your $97 offer where you're only selling 5 of them. That's what I mean when I say calculate the cost. You have to pay attention to those things like that. And some of you guys are not doing that. You get so caught up in the hype that you're not sitting down and calculating the cost and making sure it makes sense and seeing what's going on in your business. Pay attention to those things. That coach should have a specific strategy for you and what you need to do with where you are in your business. And I will challenge any coach that says anything different. Tell them to come on to this live. Tell them to send me a message. I will challenge anyone. I will do a live with them and we will have a dialogue about it. I have been in this space for too long. I have seen some things. I'm still here and a lot of them are not here anymore. Why is that? So you guys, I'm telling you. And so pricing is huge. So once again, if you are pricing out of fear, now hear me when I say this. Does everything, can you have $97 offers? Yeah, you can. But that shouldn't be your lead offer. I don't care what anybody says. Especially if you don't have an active and engaged community. I'm telling you now, you will always be in a space where you feel like you're always selling. You're feeling like it's always lack because there's not enough people. You show up and you pour your heart and soul into it because that's what you do, because you operate in integrity and excellence. But in the background, you're frustrated, mad, and upset because it's not working. Ask me how I know. And so I say this all the time. Part of what you want to take into consideration, we did a whole masterclass in my academy about pricing. My accelerators, they get one-on-one with me. So they make sure that their pricing is set in such a way where it makes sense. But my thing is this. For a lot of you guys, when it comes time for you to invest in your business, it should never be that you can't invest because you don't have the funds. That should never be the reason why. If you have your services priced in such a way, that will never be the reason why. That will never be the reason why. And I don't know how many conversations that I've had over the past couple of months as I was promoting this round of my accelerator that started today. And the number of them that could not join because they didn't have the funds. That is such a sad place to be. And as a coach, I'm just like, oh my goodness. And when I look at their problem, I'm like, this is why. This is why. Yes, ma'am, y'all. My business is leveled all the way up since what? Yes. I can't even tell you what can say. Oh my gosh, this girl right here. So you guys, I'm telling you, for a lot of you guys, when you get your pricing on point, I'm telling you, if you haven't seen my post that I did today on my personal page, it's 3 things with a lot of you guys. And it's small tweaks. For most of you guys, when you make those small tweaks, the way your business is going to skyrocket is going to be ridiculous. It's just a few small tweaks for a lot of you guys. I'm telling you. That part there, when your ideal client sees your price point, they're gonna be like, oh, okay. Either one, they're gonna be like, okay, yeah, that makes sense, or they're gonna be like, oh, I thought it was gonna be more than that. And Wanda, this is huge too. You guys, you have to stand. Once you have your prices set, you stand on it. Period. Period. So, like I said, for a lot of you guys, when you get your pricing on point, that's going to make a huge difference. When you realize and you look at your offer as something that's transformational, it's going to make a huge difference. These two go together. For most of my clients, once we walk through the process of what they offer and what's in their offer, and then their pricing, they usually raise their prices. They usually raise their prices because well, I've been looking at this all wrong. Well, babe, I don't understand because I'm not even able to sell it now for $297. How am I going to now sell it for $5,000? My clients do it all the time. But we go through this process. We go through the process of looking at their offer. And like I said, it's a strategy that I walk them through to look at their offer. And when we do that, they're then able to go through and they end up raising their prices. Woo! Yes, confirmed speaker for the Born to Be Dope Summit, Exceptional Women Tour. I'm telling you. And other things she can't even share yet. Yes. This thing right here, Donna, you rather tweak your message than change your price. Once you are clear of the transformation, they will come. I'm telling you guys. So like I said, that transformational offer. What is your transformational offer? 2, is it priced correctly? The next question I want to ask you is, what is your compelling message around your offer? Some of you guys, you don't know how to talk about your offer. If you don't know how to talk about the offer and that transformation, it's going to fall flat. You're not going to attract your ideal clients. You're not going to get people seeking you out for your services. You have to have that compelling message around your offer. You have to know how to talk about your transformational offer. What's your compelling message around your offer? That makes a huge difference. Your messaging has to be on point. So like I said, you have to have that transformational offer. It has to be priced correctly. You have to know how to talk about it. Those 3 go hand in hand. So once again, on the front end, we were talking about when we started this live, your lead generation strategy. We talked about the components of your lead gen. And then these 3 questions are the things that you need to make sure that you have and know in the background, because you can't get in front of all of these people and you don't have these 3 questions. What's your transformational offer? Is it priced correctly? What's your compelling message around your offer? I told you guys, make sure you have paper and pencil today. I told you guys that. Okay. So like I said, we started off talking about your lead generation strategy and whether or not you have one. Most of you guys told me you don't have one. And then now we just finished up talking about, okay, what are the things I need to make sure that I have solidified? These 3 things that I just said, once you have those on lock, then you can go through and start doing paid. And doing paid advertisement makes more sense when you have these 3 things that I just said on lock. What's your transformational offer? What is it priced correctly? And what's your compelling message around it? But some of you guys are trying to run ads and stuff, and I'm like, stop doing that. Because you're not clear on these 3 things that we just talked about. If you haven't sold it at that transformational offer price point, you're wasting time. It makes 0 sense to run an ad to your $497 offer. That's not even how that works. That's not how that works. I'm just saying. You know, every once in a while, I got to do it. I got to do one for the team. Now, the last part to this live, and then I'm going to go ahead and let y'all go so we can get our weekend started. So once again, we talked about the components of your lead generation strategy. We talked about the 3 questions you need to ask yourself on the back end. Now, when it comes to actual lead generation, what are you doing to generate those leads? Are you leveraging social media? If so, which platform? It doesn't mean you need to be on all of these platforms. You don't have to be on all these platforms. But some of you guys are all over these platforms. But if I ask you where most of your leads coming from, I don't know. There's a problem with that. The thing is, you have to make sure that you know how to leverage the platforms that you're on. And so I share this all the time. So with the ladies that in the last round of my accelerator that just finished up, once again, each of them had a different platform that I had them focus on. Why? Because of their lead generation, because of where their clients were coming from. That's what we focused on. So once again, one of my clients, she kills it on Clubhouse. So that's where she is. She's over there on Clubhouse. Another one, it was her Facebook group and her Facebook page. Another one, it was her email list. So once again, it was different. So I wasn't telling them to do the exact same thing over and over. Once again, I need to know what's going on in your business. And then from there, I'm able to show you and tell you, well, hey, let's do a strategy for this particular platform. Let's gather some leads. Let's make sure we also get on your email list over there. So it goes hand in hand. So the question I want you to ask yourself, which of your social media platforms do your clients come from? My thing is then accelerate on that platform. Put more of your focus on that platform. Don't just hop over there because Clubhouse is the latest thing and you just run up there. Why? If you've been over there on Clubhouse for the past 3 months and haven't generated leads from over there, why are you still there? Sitting up on other people's stages, they making money and you not. You sitting over there because you committed yourself to someone else's business. I'm just saying. So pay attention to that. But my thing is, even with that, you want to have consistency. Notice I said, if it has been the past 3 months, I didn't say the past 3 days. Some of you guys give up too quick. But once again, where are they coming from? Good question, Donna. Donna said, if you're new, wouldn't you need to try them all at first? Or should that be based on you paring down your niche? It should be based on where your ideal client is hanging out on. That's what it's based on. So that's why I tell people to respect the platform. So for instance, Facebook, a little older population, a little older crowd. So for Facebook, you're not, more than likely you're millennials, or if your ideal client is a millennial, or if your ideal client is a younger adult, they're probably not hanging out on Facebook. You go to where your people hang out. So millennials, more than likely, you'll find them over there on Instagram, TikTok. Now, not to say that older people are not there, but once again, I'm talking about the fact that when you know your people, then you know where they hang out. Hey, Shirley, how are you? Oh my gosh, it's been a minute, lady. How are you been doing? So that's the thing. Those of you, if your people are more corporate or you work with other businesses, then LinkedIn. So that's what I mean. So it's not necessarily if you're new and you got to be over the place. If you're new, I don't encourage you to be all over the place. I don't encourage you to do that. Oh my gosh. Because I'm telling you, trying to be over there on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Snapchat, TikTok, you will run yourself raggedy. You will run yourself raggedy trying to be in all those places. You want to go where your ideal client is, not where you feel most comfortable. You want to go where your ideal client is. You too. It's so good to see you. Good. I'm so glad you're doing well. So that's how you decide on the social media platform, is where your ideal client hangs out. And then you have to make sure that the content there fits the platform. So for instance, some of you guys, you're using these third-party apps that allows for you to post across all these social media platforms. Is there anything wrong with using a third-party app to help you post? No, it's not. But the thing is, you need to make sure that you change up the content a bit, because what works for Facebook, it looks different on Instagram. So some of you guys got 30 hashtags over here on Facebook. Facebook hashtags is not even really a thing here on Facebook. Now it's more and more, but that's not really the thing here. Hey, Kimberly. Oh my gosh, Kim. I'm telling you, Kim, Shirley, I had talked to the two of you guys in a while. Hey. So that's the thing. So that's what I say, respect the platform. So you have to make sure that whichever platform your ideal client is hanging out on, that your content makes sense for that platform. Instagram is more visual than Facebook. So that's the thing. So once again, when it comes to that lead gen, which social media platform are they on? Some of your people, they may not even be on social media, just depending upon what's going on in their life. They might not even be hanging out on social media like that. Just saying. Another powerful lead generation source is your email list. Your email list is a powerful source. A lot of you guys have an email list, but you're not doing anything with it. So I mentioned one of the ladies in one of my accelerators, email. The way she breaks down her email, look, she got a whole spreadsheet when it comes to her email list. Now, do you have to have a spreadsheet? No. But what you do need to do, if you have an email list, pay attention to your numbers. So those of you that were in my academy, we did a challenge the second week in January, where they were emailing their list. Open rates doubled and tripled. They signed clients, engagement skyrocketed. A lot of you guys don't know what to do with the email list that you have. You don't know how to leverage that thing. So do you know how your email list can be a very powerful lead generation source? There are programs where I never even put it out on social media. I only sent it to my email list and filled it up. Those of you that were following me on social media, but you weren't on my email list, you never even knew about the programs that I offer. I've literally been able to fill programs via my email list. And let me share this with you guys as well. You don't have to have thousands of people on your email list. You don't have to have thousands of people. Literally, I cleared my email list the end of 2021. So I'm down to about 460 people on my email list. I had someone reach out to me about being on a summit. Hey, in order for you to be on my summit, you have to have 3,000 people. Okay, well, I don't qualify. I don't have 3,000 people on my email list. I don't. They still have a multi-six-figure business. It's not about the numbers, you guys. It's about you having your ideal people on the list or on your social media. That's what matters. The numbers don't have to be large and huge. You just have to have your ideal people, and then you have to have that transformational offer, have that compelling message when you're talking about your offer, and making sure that it's priced correctly. That's what you need. This part right here, Rakita, that part right there. That part. And so, you guys, like I said, those of you that have email lists, do you know how to run those reports? Do you know what numbers to look at in your email list? Do you know how to go through and message those people who don't open up your emails? Once again, a lot of you guys are leaving money on the table with your email list. You have this email list. Why are you not leveraging it? And leveraging an email list doesn't mean just emailing your people once a quarter or only emailing them when you're trying to sell something. That's not how you do an email list. I'm just saying. So once again, your email list is a powerful lead gen. Or where your leads could be hanging out, your ideal clients are hanging out. That's how you tap into it. So once again, your social media, your email list, networking events, another powerful lead gen. A lot of you guys, you're doing these, whether or not it's in person or virtual, it doesn't matter. When it comes to networking, what are you doing when you're attending these networking events? Are you just in there taking up space, or are you actually using that as an opportunity to get your brand out there? We're not saying take over somebody else's event. That's not what I'm talking about. But what are you doing for those events? So like I said, whether or not it's a strictly networking event, or even some of you guys, you're doing these summits and all that stuff like that. Do you know how to leverage those opportunities? And then the final thing, speaking. A lot of you guys, when it comes to speaking, so speaking is anything. It may be your own event that you're putting on. This is where a lot of you guys kill me. I'm gonna say this, and another little toe stepping part. A lot of you guys will do these events. So whether or not it's a live event that you do, or whether or not it's a something virtual, you don't ever make an offer. You don't ever sell anything. You put all your time, your money, your energy, I call it your time, your talent, your treasure. So you're sowing into these events that you're doing, and you're not generating revenue from that. I don't understand that. I don't understand that. So that's one thing, your own events. Are you signing clients from your own events? You do a book launch. Are you making money from that? Those events that you're doing, are you making money from that? If it's under your brand. Or if you're speaking on someone else's platform, and I don't care what the speaking is, if it's a summit, if it's a training you're doing, if it's something you're doing in somebody's Facebook group or webinar, whatever it is, anytime you're opening your mouth and you're speaking to people, do you know how to leverage those opportunities to sign clients? Well, Bam, they said that we can't promote anything. Y'all kill me with that. Oh, sorry, we can't promote our paid thing. Okay, ask them, can you offer a free gift? That's your freebie. Now you have them on your email list. Remember, we just talked about your email list and nurturing the people that are on your email list. Do you know how to do that? Do you know how to, once again, grab those people's names and emails and get them on your list? Doing a podcast interview, ask them. Some of you guys you can make a post on social media to say that you're speaking somewhere. One, are you either being paid to speak there? Or two, do you have the ability to promote something, whether or not it's free or paid? So that's still an opportunity. I have done tons of paid speaking where I have signed clients from that paid speaking. From that free speaking event. Some of you guys, you don't ask the right questions. You just get super excited because somebody invited you, but you don't ask the questions. Ask the questions. Ask questions when it comes to speaking. There we go, Shirley. And once again, I'm telling you, speaking is powerful. Speaking, Cassandra, look, she may need to start offering people, telling them how to get these speaking events she always over here getting. Yes. So like I said, with these speaking events, either you get paid on the front end or on the back end or both. Front end, back end, or both. But if you don't know how to leverage when you're doing speaking, once again, there are your ideal clients there. Once again, some of you guys are speaking at events, and I'm like, why are you speaking there? Are your ideal people in the audience? No. So what are you doing? Well, it got such and such name on it. I don't care. Are we doing stuff for the notoriety? Or are we doing things because we want to impact someone else, these people who are our ideal clients? You want to make sure that it's like you're going to speak to people who are vegetarians and you're selling bacon. Like, I don't understand that. Just because it was presented to you doesn't mean that you're supposed to take it up. That's where your discernment comes in. That's where you open your mouth and ask questions. Everything is not always for you, and that's fine. I remember one time I was offered a speaking event. The person was a Christian. But when I went and looked at the stuff and they were talking about all this other stuff, I'm like, some of that new age stuff. I'm like, I don't get down like that. No, I'm going to turn this down. I'm telling you, Wanda, we have done some things. We have all done some things. But you guys, like I said, these are just a couple of sources where, like I said, you guys are doing it like your ideal clients are there. We're always saying, where are their clients? They're all around you. But once again, you don't know how to tap into them. When you know how to tap into them, I shared before with one of my clients where she did, I think, either $3,000 or $5,000 the first few days of the week. Her natural instinct was to switch up what she was doing. I'm like, no, ma'am, we're not doing that. What did you do to close those clients? Oh, I did a live stream. Okay, we're going to do more live streaming. Like, that's what we're going to do. We're not going to switch it up and now just go start emailing your list or go over here and start doing. We're not doing all of these things. Keep doing what's been working. Well, Bev, I haven't established it. I don't know what's working yet. Then we'll try this first, and then let's try this. But it's not just random stuff. Like I said, my clients get specific to their business and what's going on. I just don't randomly say, okay, today I think we're going to try to. No, that's not a strategy. We're not just randomly doing stuff. I try every once in a while. Okay. So you guys, that's all that I have for you. I just wanted to hop on here because I know a lot of you guys, as we came into the new year, 2022, you have a certain revenue goal. And so if you desire to sign more clients, and people kill me sometimes when I see them post, y'all keep talking about fully booked and booked out and that makes me tired. For someone, signing more coaching clients might just be one more client, but now that they have their services priced correctly, they may just need one more client. So when I talk to my clients about signing more coaching clients, my clients, we're not trying to sign hundreds of people. We're trying to make sure, one, we have it priced in such a way to where they have a nice group or one-on-one or however it is that they're serving their people, and it's not running them raggedy and they're not tired and burnt out. That thing. Hey, Regina, I didn't know you were on here. Hey. So that thing, you guys. So you just want to make sure that, like I said, you have that transformational offer, that you have it priced in such a way to where it makes sense. I see you. Hey, Gloria, I see you. There you go, Donna. So she needs 4 to 5 clients every 6 weeks. Is that one-on-one or in a group? And so once again, when she has her lead generation strategy, because if she says 4 to 5 clients every 6 weeks, so that's about one client, we will say about one client a week. So she just has to have her strategy in place to where she knows every week she's going to be able to sign a new client every week. You guys, literally, you do realize that is possible, right? You do realize that is possible. You can literally have a strategy to where you're going to sign one new client a week. There you go. Yep. That's all she can say. She said it's one-on-one. That's all she can handle right now. That's perfect. That is perfect. So like I said, you guys, literally, you can have your strategy once again where you know that you're going to be able to sign one client a week, 2 clients a week, 3 clients, whatever it is that you need, that type of thing. There you go. Shirley says she needs 6 in her new wellness program. So you guys, I'm telling you, when you know how many clients you need, then that next thing is, okay, how many people do I need to talk to? Because I know if I talk to 5 people, I'm able to convert 2 of them. So if I need 5 people, if I want 5 people in my program, and I know I have to, if I talk to 5 people, I'm able to convert 2 of them. 5 times 5 is 20. So she knows she has to talk to at least 25 people to be able to get the people that she needs. Some of you got that. When I talk about lead generation, you should know those things. You should know those. Group coaching, perfect. So she'll have a small group of 6 people. That's powerful. There we go. 3 per month. So once again, Wanda, about 1 new client per week. About 1 new client per week. So you guys, like I said, when you know that number, you should have your strategy. Okay, boom. This is what I know I need to do to be able to sign. This is how many people I know I need to talk to each week. And then I know out of these people, these are the number that I'll be able to convert. So this would be my strategy. You guys, I'm telling you, you can literally, that's what it should be like. When you have that strategy set up like that, I'm telling you, it makes a huge difference in your business. And for a lot of you guys, it's just a few small tweaks you have to make in order for you to get there. Exactly, Shirley. That's why I like for my groups to be smaller. Now my price point is on point, but once again, it allows for me to be able to give specific strategies and lead generation and all that stuff, and telling my clients exactly where they need to go to be able to do exactly what I'm talking about. So like I said, that's when my clients are able to, when they get that specific strategy, then once again, they know how many people they need to talk to because they know what their conversion rate is. That type of thing. That's what I love about what I do as a business strategist, being able to give them a specific strategy that works for them. That type of thing. So they're not out there spinning their wheels and chasing and all that stuff. It doesn't have to take 6 and 12 months to be able to hit your revenue goal. It doesn't have to be, not for us as coaches. It does not have to be that way, period. It does not have to be that way. You can choose for it to be that way, but it doesn't have to be that way. All right, you guys, that is all that I have for you guys. Once again, I wanted to hop on here. Those of you that you're just like, Bev, I need help with my lead generation. Bev, I need support with how to package this offer, how to price it. Let's schedule a call. Hop on a call with me. Hop on a call with me so that we can talk about how I may be able to support you. Yes. Yep. Yep. Yep, darling. Exactly. 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 So once again, if you want to know, well, babe, I don't know how to do my lead gen, babe. I don't know what to do to get these people on here, babe. I don't even know how many people. Let's schedule a call with me. You'll just go to www.callwithbeverly.com. www.callwithbeverly.com. When you go to that particular link, then once again, and I'll put a clickable link in here too. Well, the link is also in the title too. So you'll see that link in the title. Just click on that link. First, it will take you over to a page just so you can, get a feel of, watch the video on there. It will also tell you which programs I currently have that, that you're able to enroll in, and then you'll apply, period. That type of thing. And so you guys, once again, it doesn't have to be hard. It does take a strategy, that type of thing right there. It does take a strategy. But once you have that strategy, you just implement it over and over and over again. That's the powerful thing when you have a strategy. So, like I said, if you don't have your clear and solid lead generation strategy, if you're not clear on your offer and what needs to go in there and how to price it and how, that compelling message that you need to have around it, if you don't know when it comes to your lead gen, whether or not it's your social media, your email, networking, speaking, whatever it is, schedule a call. Let's have a conversation. Let's have a conversation. And this is what I love, that rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. That is so powerful. It is so powerful. So once again, if you want to know how I can support you, let's go ahead and schedule a call. Just go to www.callwithbeverly.com. Read that information on that first page to see which programs I have to offer. Just more about testimonials and all that good stuff is on there. And then once again, and then you'll go through and answer the questions, and then bada boom, bada bang, you'll be scheduled for a call with me. And then we're gonna see whether or not I can support you. Okay. All right, you guys, that is all that I have for you. Once again, if you want to know how I can support you, feel free to reach out to me. Feel free to schedule a call. All right, you guys, I pray you have an absolutely amazing weekend. You guys, once again, I'm going to go ahead and hop on off here so that I can get my weekend started. You guys have an absolutely amazing rest of your day. Have an absolutely amazing weekend. And I will see you guys on the other side of this live. Take care. Take care. Take care.